Okay, our first leadership meeting of the month, September 27th, and we are going to be talking about creating team culture. And I definitely want you guys' input on this. So I'm going to share my screen here, and this is what I wanted to kind of go over. A bunch of us are recruiting. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We have about 13 or 15 new people in the last 4 to 6 weeks. So lots of people that we need to get trained, but I also want everybody to treat our page as our organizational team page. And I'm willing to incent our team to do behaviors that we want them to learn, skills. It's always good to have like little carrots to run after, in my opinion. So I just wanted some feedback. I took some time today and just kind of wrote out some ideas about things that I was thinking of. So I'll just read through what I have here, and then Jen, you and I can just kind of brainstorm on things that we want, and then I'll share this with our team on the leader page, and then if they want to give some input, and then we can start implementing it. So basically talking about rewarding behavior. I'd like to reward the behavior that we want to see, not necessarily the results, because you can't always determine the results. When you ask somebody to join your team, it's not up to you whether they join your team. So I want to reward the behavior that they're doing. So I just kind of wanted to come up with some things that you thought would be good behavior. So if I've forgotten anything and something jumps out to you, Jen, let me know, okay?
Yep.
So recruiting conversation. So I started a donut pan challenge. And for those people who send me text messages of 3-way conversations with their hostesses, they are getting a ticket into the donut pan raffle. And I already have little hash marks of people that are sending. I like it when they're organized and they say, this is ticket number 3, like they send me. So what I told them to do on the last training call on Tuesday was to let their director know. So that would be you, Jen, because you're the only other official director on the team. So that you keep track of your team's, if they send you one, and then you can just keep track of it on a sticky note, and then you can just forward it to me and say, Sarah has one, or whatever.
Okay.
What I'm hoping is maybe Susie, I was hoping she'd be on the call, or somebody who's a little bit smarter with Google. I know that we can create a Google Doc that we can all share. And then you could update on these different type of incentive things. If they do an activity, you can give them a ticket into it. Like you could do hash marks or whatever, change the number from 5 to 10 or whatever. So I'm hoping that somebody can come up with some way where we can all share a document where you guys can update your own team members when they do behaviors that we want to see. And then when it's time to do the drawing, which the next drawing will be on Tuesday, I'll just be able to open that document and the totals are there, and I'm not spending all this time totaling it.
Yeah.
So,
well, it's easy enough to create a Google Doc that we can all share as long as everyone has a Gmail.
Okay. So could you create that? Because it was all I could do to figure out how to do a door prize slip. That was the first time I ever used Google other than my Gmail account. So my girlfriend's a teacher, and she says that it's wicked easy, and they use Google Docs all the time.
Yeah, it is pretty straightforward. Yeah.
That's awesome. Hey, Christine made it on. Yay. So that would be great. So we could all share the Google Doc, and then we'd all know what was going on. So recruiting conversations or 3-way calls or texts with potential team members, I think should be them. I was thinking maybe a certain number of shows, like if you submit 1 show in the month of September, then you get 1 ticket in. If you submit 5 closed shows, you get 5 tickets into the drawing or something like that, so that everybody who's active still gets a shot at winning something, because it's still as random as can be. 1 ticket could win as much as 20 tickets can win. But just think about it. If you have, how many people do you have on your team now, Jen? Like 12 or 15?
Well, now that all my lovely ladies are having people join their team. I don't really know how many are on my like immediate downline, because
Okay.
has 3 and Cheryl has 1, and things like that. But
Yeah.
I think about 20 overall, including Christine's people
Perfect.
and
So
everyone.
as a director, you're getting activity bonuses on your organization. So think about it. If everyone on your team was active every month, even with just one show, that's an extra $200
Yeah.
just an activity bonus. So we want to reward behavior. So I'm thinking, and we can talk about how to reward those bookings, etc. But I'm thinking all the behavior goes into a ticket, and the tickets go towards a raffle at the first Tuesday of every month when I do my recipe night. And we do Facebook Live and we raffle it off, that kind of thing. Helping on the team page, or maybe if they attend a training, we give them tickets when they attend trainings. If they're green by 15, if they help with the technology posts, like I saw Michelle Stover just updated the under 30s, and she updated the prices and everything. I was like, we should just reward like little behaviors like that. Like, thank you for doing that. 1 ticket into the drawing kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If now another behavior that I thought we would want to reward is the 2-2-2, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. But I'm not sure how we would track that. So I'm just going to go over my whole thing, and then you guys can give input on this. Senior consultant and team leaders, we need to start rewarding the smaller promotions. Like I used to only talk about directors and director bound and stuff like that. But to be honest, if they recruit 1 person or 2 people, that's the behavior we want to see, because all they have to do is duplicate that a couple times and they're a director too.
Yep.
So that's a skill. Personal development, if they're reading a book or if they want to be part of a book club. We've done a book club before where we all read Rory Baden, and then we jumped online and
Yes.
we debriefed a thing. So I was thinking if we started a book club, and if they're part of the book club, and each week that they're on the book club, they get a ticket into that. I think some rewards, I'll make a thing here. Some rewards I think need to be part of all right, this is part of a prize. You get a prize for doing it. I think some rewards, though, need to just be, yay, you did it. The reward is a reward itself. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to necessarily be something that they get something for. Oh, that's not good, baby. Let's make it red. There we go. So I want to talk about what things we want to actually reward as tickets into a door prize, or some things that you're just going to get the natural consequences for doing a good job. Team culture. I can't create team culture without you guys. You guys are the leaders of the team. You guys help create the team culture. So we need to talk about, it's our team, all of us. It's not Sue's team. So I just wrote down some ideas. What do we want our team culture to be? I'm thinking I want it to be positive. I want it to be optimistic. I want it to be team oriented. If you know what your team culture is, and you teach what your team culture is, and you live what you want it to be, then they'll fall in suit. So one of the things when I was on the lead calls back when I was in lead and lead plus, we talked about fast-paced recruiting. We want that to be a team culture, that people are recruiting all the time and we're cheering everybody on and we're making a big deal out of it. Positive encouragement. I put this in there for you, Sassy. Sassy's kitchen. I put that in there because she's sassy, and I thought that I like that. I like the little witty, gifts that we put up and stuff like that. I want it to be fun. I want our team page to be a place that people are excited to go to. So we have to kind of break that down. Like, what does that actually look like on our team page? So you guys are doing a great job. You're cheering each other on. Somebody welcomes somebody to the page, and 3 or 4 of us jump right on and we're like, welcome, but we need to get more people to do that so that they feel really welcome, not just the leadership, but us. If we have this group chat going and you recruit somebody, or somebody on your team recruits somebody, you need to say, just added a new team member, and then everybody jumps on and does their little welcome. Okay. but try to encourage other people on our team too. Like if you've got 1 or 2 team members that you think are like, they're go-getters, then we want to encourage them and say, hey, jump on and encourage, so-and-so, the newest team member, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
We want to talk to them about recruiting 2 people a month, because 8 shows a month and 2 recruits a month not only leads to Fast Track Director, which we need to be marketing. We need to be talking about Fast Track Director with our new recruits so that they even know it's there and it's a possibility. But if we talk about it and they only do half of what we say, if they only do 4 shows a month and 1 recruit a month, it's still amazing. Christine, you have your hand up. Did you need to ask something? Oh, I can't hear you. Let me unmute you. Hold on. Oh, I can unmute you. You have to unmute your phone.
I got it. No, I thought something was open above me, so I was pushing to close it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You're lucky because it's raining, so we stayed in.
Okay. I'm glad you're here. So creating team culture to be active every month, $150, $200 show in our organization, and working together so that every member is active. Why? Because if they're active, then they're moving towards the direction of their goals that they set when they joined Pampered Chef. And we want everyone to reach the goals in our organization, and then our organization will reach its goals. So remembering that we want them to be active because they said that they joined for a reason. So really finding that out, and that's what I'm going to be doing on tomorrow morning's call with the newbies. I'm going to be asking them, why did you join Pampered Chef? What is it that you want to get? I'm going to take some notes so that all of us know why they started, what they're hoping to get. That way, when they're not active, we need to go back to them and say, Carol, you said that you were interested in joining Pampered Chef, or Anne, the perfect example, you wanted to help pay for your garage. How are you going to pay for your garage if you don't earn Pampered Chef money? Do you have another source of income that's going to pay for that? Yes. Okay. What else would the Pampered Chef income do? Like if they say, oh, I needed to pay my credit card. Okay, well, is your credit card not getting paid right now? Or is it to help pay off your credit card faster? Like kind of digging in a little bit more so that if they're not active, we can go back and say, Anne, I know that you really wanted to pay off your credit card, or I know that you really wanted to put X amount down on your garage this month. I noticed that, you're struggling with bookings. Do you have time that you can meet with me and review one of the trainings on bookings? Something like that. I'm wondering about a vision board. We've done those in the past, having time where everybody sets aside a couple hours on a Saturday morning and we all put together a vision board. And then we post pictures of our vision board online. Didn't know if you thought that might be helpful. Let's see. Put an example down here. Like if promoting to director is your idea. So let's say Christine's like, I want to be a director. Okay, so what are you wearing when you cross stage? Is your dress red, like the director red colors, or is your dress black and white like mine was with red shoes? How would you feel when you're escorted backstage by Doris Christopher and Gene Jonas? How would you feel when you walk stage and they announce your name or you're in the catalog? Those type of things, like having them really like smell, taste, and feel what their goals are. And then the last 2 things that I wanted to talk about was shout outs and encouragements. Part of what I want our team to really be known for is being a cheerleader. A place where those of you who work full-time jobs, you don't get people cheering you on. They don't go, great job, Jen. You really helped that student today. You get a free tote or cooler or whatever. I mean, you might get accolades occasionally, but you're not getting them all the time. And that's where these shout outs I really want to be. And so I want each of you that took a day for the shout out to, oh, isn't that funny? I put Jennifer Wednesday instead of Wednesday, Jennifer. I want you to set an alarm on your phone, and I'm thinking the shout outs need to be something specific. So congratulations, Christine. Like I just did one, you're on your way to becoming a director and advancing her team. I did a post of what director is, and then I did a shout out for Carrie and Jen because you both recruited as well in the last 24 hours. So something good that's going on, either on your team or with somebody specific. I know that when Susie made a post, she made a really nice post about a training or whatever, and I think those are awesome. But I want our shout outs to be specific where you're tagging an individual person in our organization. So I want you guys to be shouting out. If nothing great is going on in your team, contact me and say what's going on that's really good in our organization. Or where are our stats? You know, hey team, we're doing great. We're halfway to our goal this month, you know, whatever. But I want it to be like a specific shout out to the organization and as many people as we can encourage. Like if they get tagged in it, I think that would be good. I asked you guys about posting stats on each of your individual page. You guys like that? Do you think it should be like the top 5 or the top 10 people in our organization? Should I post like your team is growing every time somebody recruits, like congratulations, Christine, you know, your team is exploding, something like that? You know, like give me some suggestions, because I want you guys to get recognition on your regular Facebook page, which draws other people who are sitting on the sideline to go, wow, Christine's doing really well. Wow,
Yeah.
look at Jen. You know, so what things would be helpful?
That helps a lot.
So give me some words, girls. Like, what do you want? What do you think would be a good thing that we can post? Think towards your team. Like, if you were going to be posting this on your team page, what would you be saying?
I like that.
This Wi-Fi keeps going out.
What's that?
My Wi-Fi keeps going out.
Okay. All right. Congratulations on your new team member. And I'll get some type of picture image and I'll use that to post on your team page. Same thing about stats, top 10 in sales and recruiting, do personal shout outs. Anything else that you think I should be posting on individual pages?
If you want, did you used to do, I don't remember, did you do when people earn something for free?
Yes, we should do that. Great. So sales promotion. Yeah, like the cup, you got mugged. I did that this year. All right, sales promotion. So now, should I do it? So here's the hard part. If I do it when you earn it, then I can't remember who I've posted on. But if I wait till the end of the month, I can pull the reports and then post it. So I'm not sure. Is that okay? End of the month, okay?
I think it doesn't really matter that much.
Right. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Mailing Happy Mail and postcards. How do you guys feel about that? Is that fun?
Yeah, I mean, Randy.
I love that.
Randy does that pretty consistently, I feel like, and it's nice. You know, it's nice to get recognized, you know?
I agree. So I'm going to do, I just actually printed, I had some printouts. I think I did 50 green by 15 cards again that I got printed at Vistaprint. So those should be in this week so that by the 15th of October, I should be able to mail out green by 15 cards again. So I'm going to keep the punch card going so you keep track of it, but I thought a nice postcard in the mail. I just bought 100 postcard stamps. I'm going to start mailing those again just because I know we get bills only, so Happy Mail is important. So I don't mind doing that. I'll set an alarm on my phone for the 15th of every month. I'll mail that out. I would like
Okay, so you're not going to do the punch card anymore.
No, I am. I'm going to keep the punch card, but it's going to be like, you're going to get something in the mail every month, but the punch card is the same thing. It's basically collect 3, you get 10. It's the same dollar amount, but the punch card is easier if you want to just punch it, or you can collect the postcards. Either way.
Okay.
But
I think this month I have a whole year of them in a row. So
yay!
I have to put that together.
Yes, that's great. So there's my question. Like, I liked the punch card idea because I was like, all right, I don't have to worry about sending postcards every single month. But then I was like, everybody likes mail. I think it should go back to every single month. So what's your input? Every month? I like it.
I mean, the only thing that happened with the postcards was that, like, I had new recruits, and because they were under me, they never ended up getting one. You know what I mean?
Right, because you're the director. Right,
Yeah.
right.
So
I can mail you, or I can give you the link to get Green by 15 cards yourself.
Mhm.
So that you would do the same promotion for your team, you know, because you're getting paid the $10 overrides on your team.
Mhm.
I'm not getting those overrides. I'm only getting it on you.
Mhm.
So I just actually mailed something to you in the mail that has a bunch of the Green by 15 punch cards.
Oh, okay.
So those are going to be, you'll get that in the next day or two. That went out in the mail today. But when I get in my postcards, let's see how that goes. And if people are, you know, I'll send you the link to Vistaprint. They're not that expensive to order some.
Mhm.
And we'll get you some of those. I was just thinking that if we send those, it just might be a little bit more fun. That's all.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing I wanted to talk about today, so I was hoping to make this like a half an hour call, so I want you guys to give input on all of this, but then homework. What is your personal recruiting goal, and what is your team's recruiting goal, October, November, December? So I did not do a very good job, and I have not done a very good job at, let me get up to, our team page. Here I said team recruiting goal in September, 25 new members. And I was thinking, you know, if we have 50 or 60 people on our team, if I recruited 3 and Jen recruited 2 and Christine recruited 2 and everybody else recruited like 1 or half of a 1, would still make it. You know what I mean? So, but I didn't put a full, like, our year's goal is 100. I haven't done a good job at keeping our team recruiting goal up there. So what I wanted to do, and I'll stop screen sharing so that you can see behind me, oh, let me take this off. See behind me that big sheet of paper that runs the whole length to the floor?
Yeah.
That is a piece of waxed butcher paper, and it has the names of everybody we recruited in 2018. And I thought every time we added new team members, I would just take a new photo and post it and go, like, we're at 39 out of 100, we're at 40 out of 100, you know what I mean? Something like that. But I'm open to ideas. Like, I want ideas on how we can keep our recruiting goal and our sales goal in front of our team without it seeming like, I don't want them to feel like I'm pressuring them, but everything I've been trained on says you need to keep the goal in front of them. They need to know what, you know, like, what did you guys do for sales last year? Like, I did a post, like, we did 29,000 or something last year, and we were like at 12 when I posted it. And so, like, they need to know everybody matters.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see where we're at now as an organization. Yeah. So when I posted it before, we were at 12,000. That wasn't that long ago. We're at 22 right now. Last year we did 29 for the same month. So I wanted to kind of, you know, cheer people on, but I need ideas on how you think we should do that. Should it be every Monday? Like, should I post something every Monday, like Monday updates or Friday update? Like, well, what do you think?
I like a Monday.
Monday. Okay.
Monday.
Yeah. And should I just post, like, here's where we're at, you know, last year versus this year, or our goal?
Well, maybe at the
Following where we're at.
Maybe at the beginning of the month you post what last year's sales were, and then partway through you post the current. You know what I mean? Like, update it.
Right. So like the first of the month, maybe I post last October was 45,190, and then every Monday I give an update.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
All right. And then when I do that, when I make those updates, I would love for you leaders to, make comments like every show matters, whether you're a hobbyist or a full-time consultant or, congratulations, and name some people on your team that have already submitted some shows or something. You know what I mean? Way to go, Ann and Barbara, you're part of this, thanks for pitching in or whatever. Just some type of like making them feel like they take ownership as well. They're part of the success of our team, I guess is what I'm thinking. Does that make sense? Yeah? You guys are like quiet. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to go back to my notes, give you a chance to look.
Sorry,
What's that?
I hear the last like 30 seconds of what you said because my internet was spotty.
Oh, okay. I said that when I post weekly about our team stats, if you guys could jump on and like maybe even tag some of your team members, like, great job, Christine and Barbara and Linda, you're all part of this. You've already submitted shows this month or whatever. Just, some woo-woo to your team members so that they feel like they are a part of our success.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to leave up my training here to see if there's anything else you want to add.
So my shout out was to Linda for asking for help.
Yes, I thought that was great.
Yeah. And so I think like, I don't know if there's a way to reward that,
Absolutely. And that's where, is that a type of reward that it's a self-reward? Like we just do a shout out and everybody encourages and jumps in and says, oh, I've been there too, and you've got this and all of that? Or does the reward need to be a ticket into because the other thing I don't want to have happen is I don't want 20 people pissing and moaning because things are going bad in their business on the
Right.
same page either. So I don't want to reward it publicly.
Right.
That way. But yeah, I jumped right on and I was like, yeah, we're here to help. So, Christine, you are on for Tuesdays for shout outs.
Yes.
So set an alarm on your phone and find something to shout out next Tuesday on.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. Oh, you're cutting in and
My
out.
Wi-Fi keeps coming and going.
Yeah, I hear that.
The beautiful campground. But I did it out to Amanda because she's out on a cruise ship and she still is working her business, and I didn't know she was. I thought.
Yes, that's awesome.
So she's surprised at that.
Yeah, you're cutting out.
And then she sent me a message this morning about. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard. She sent you a message this morning, but that's all I heard.
Can you hear me now?
That.
Oh, okay. She wanted to know how to get a new person started.
Wow.
Oh my God,
So,
that's awesome.
And yeah, and when she had commented about there was something you posted, Sue, on the Pampered Chef, but I think she was referring to her other business. It Works, but she just talked about
oh, and I mentioned about the
flexibility.
trips.
Yes, and then I posted about the $29 this month.
Gotcha.
Right behind you. And her friend jumped all over that.
Awesome.
So once she said, I have to do this before the end of the month. Yes. And then I chatted with Amanda. I reminded her that her sister was looking at this also in Amanda's party. that I had done with Amanda. So
Awesome.
she
So
was
she
going
could
to
be
be
a team
talking with her
leader.
sister.
She could be a team leader by the time she gets home from vacation.
Right?
So just send her a message and say that if they're interested, they can contact you directly and you will sign them up under her and her consultant number, and you can do that. So
Okay.
I want to wrap up. I know that you guys are busy. I'm going to share this Evernote into our group chat, and then I want you guys to let me know what you want to add to it. And then we'll delegate out some specific things like, we already have the shout outs, but maybe Jen Mitchell, you could do our Google Doc where we all track points towards a thing. And then we can kind of I have some things that I can raffle off. I'm raffling off the donut pan. I'm going to raffle off, another one of I don't need 2 of all of those bakeware stuff. So I'm willing to raffle those off to team members for each, a prize each month in order to get behavior that we want, as long as you guys are helping me track it. We used to do what are called do and tells years ago. And a do and tell was you do something related to your business and there was a list of activities and then you tell what they are. So I thought we could create, and I'm willing to have them printed up, if we say what we want the do and tells to be, we can make little bookmarks, and I can mail everybody a do and tell bookmark that they can post in their office, working in your office, making texts or emails or whatever. Those don't count unless it is business, income producing activities is what we call it. So filing doesn't count, all that kind of stuff. So we deal with that pretty specific, but maybe they can then do and tells with you. And you guys are familiar with when you call me and you tell me about something good that's going on, what's the first thing I tell you to do?
Share it.
Yeah, go post it on the team page because I don't want to be the only one that's posting on the team page. I want other people to see that other people have success. So I hear people saying, Sue told me to share, which I'm totally fine with that. This is what's great that's going on in my business, or woohoo, like Christine has some really good shows going on or whatever. If something good's going on, I want people to feel like they can brag on this team page. This is the place to get accolades and get a girl, pat on the back. This is the place to go because a lot of us don't get that. Especially, Jen, you just recruited another single mom. There's no partner telling you you're awesome. When I have a really crappy day and I tell my husband, I suck, and he gives me a pat on the back and he picks me back up and he tells me, you're doing great, honey, just keep going. So there's a lot of people that don't have that in their life. So we need to be that for them. So if you guys can come up with things that you want to add to this is a fluid document, and we're going to try it for 3 months, October, November, December, and then we're going to regroup again as leaders and see whether we feel like this has made any impact. Now, keep in mind, they warned us that creating team culture is like turning a ship, a big barge. It takes a while for it to turn, so you got to keep doing the same stuff even though you don't see results right away. So we're going to create the culture that we want on our team. So before I close, tell me, what is your personal recruiting goal for October, November, December? For the next 3 months, how many people are you looking to recruit personally? And then for your organization?
I would like at least 2 personally. Can you hear me?
Yep, 2 personal recruits. Yep. And how many team recruits?
At least 2 per person. Is that unrealistic or realistic?
I think that's unrealistic because we don't even have Anne doing a show yet. So for her to recruit, I don't know that that'd be realistic. I do think that
right.
a girl on our cruise, Amanda, I think that's realistic for her to recruit. I think Barbara, she's yours, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think Barbara. Who else is on your team that's doing shows?
I just have those 3.
Okay, so I think Amanda and Barbara. So
at the moment,
I would say if they recruited 2 each, that's like not quite 1 a month. That would be another 4 for your team, equaling 6 organizational for you. So, and we'll work with them about recruiting. So that's good. How about you, Jen Mitchell? What are you thinking?
I probably 8 personally.
Okay.
And then 4.
This is your personal organization, not counting Christine's. So, and then your total would be 18. Okay, good. So, it keeps adding Sue and Paper Chef. Personal, and I'll have to look through my actual organization and see who's not part of the leadership team that I think will recruit. But I'm guessing at least 4 team, possibly more. I just have to look through who's doing shows that aren't you, aren't Wendy, aren't Susie, that already have team members going. So I'll update that. All right, good. So thank you for being on, girls. I'll stop the recording now, and I'll stop the screen share now.